Good morning, everyone. We come to you with an urgent bulletin. Today, July 30th, 2025, we're closely tracking a major breaking story that demands immediate attention. This is a rapidly evolving situation, and we're committed to bringing you the most up-to-date information as it unfolds. A massive magnitude 8.7 earthquake struck late last night beneath the Pacific Ocean, sending shockwaves across the region. The epicenter was located deep beneath the surface, posing a significant threat to coastal communities off Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula. This remote area is now the focus of intense scrutiny as we assess the immediate impact. The quake's immense power triggered tsunami alerts across the Pacific, activating warning systems and prompting immediate action from emergency response teams, putting millions on high alert, forcing widespread evacuations and straining resources in vulnerable coastal areas. The Kamchatka region, part of the volatile Ring of Fire, a zone known for its intense seismic and volcanic activity, is no stranger to seismic activity, experiencing frequent tremors and volcanic eruptions. However, the scale of this recent event is particularly concerning, but this event stands out for its sheer force, exceeding the magnitude of many previous earthquakes in the region. The earthquake's shallow depth allowed it to displace a huge volume of water, creating the potential for devastating tsunami waves, generating tsunami waves now racing across the ocean at incredible speeds. Tsunami warnings have been issued for Russia, with coastal communities bracing for potential impact. Japan, a nation well prepared for such events, is also under a tsunami warning. The US, including Hawaii and the West Coast, are monitoring the situation closely, and many Pacific islands, some of which are particularly vulnerable to tsunami waves. Emergency services are urging coastal residents to move to higher ground immediately and seek shelter in designated safe zones, and follow official instructions provided by local authorities and emergency responders. The next few hours are critical, as authorities monitor the tsunami's progress, using sophisticated technology to track wave height and speed, and potential landfall, assessing the risk to vulnerable coastal areas and infrastructure. Seismologists compare this quake to some of the largest in modern history, analyzing data and drawing parallels to past events to better understand its potential impact. Its energy release is staggering, highlighting the immense forces at play beneath the Earth's surface. While the epicenter was remote, far from major population centers, the tsunami's reach is global, capable of impacting coastlines across the entire Pacific basin, threatening coastlines thousands of miles away, underscoring the interconnectedness of our world. This is not just a local disaster, it's a crisis that demands international attention and cooperation. It's a Pacific-wide emergency, requiring a coordinated response from nations across the region. The ripple effect of this quake is being felt on multiple continents, highlighting the far-reaching consequences of this natural disaster. We'll keep you updated as new information comes in, providing continuous coverage of this developing situation. Stay tuned for the latest on this developing story as we bring you live reports and expert analysis. Your safety depends on staying informed, so please pay close attention to official announcements and heed all warnings. And following official guidance, we will continue to provide updates as they become available. Let's take a closer look and pinpoint the exact location where this powerful earthquake struck. We need to understand the geography to grasp the potential impact. The epicenter was situated approximately 85 miles east-southeast of Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky, the largest urban center in the region. Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky is Kamchatka's main city and home to a significant portion of the peninsula's population. The quake originated at a relatively shallow depth, just 11 miles beneath the ocean floor, a critical factor in assessing the potential for a tsunami. This shallow origin is concerning because it's shallow enough to trigger a tsunami. The displacement of water from such a shallow quake can generate powerful waves. Kamchatka's location is no accident. It sits precariously on the edge of the Pacific tectonic plate, a region known for intense seismic activity. This area is a hotspot for powerful megathrust earthquakes, some of the largest and most destructive seismic events on our planet. The process of subduction here, where one plate slides beneath another, drives both the region's stunning natural beauty, with its volcanoes and dramatic landscapes, and its inherent seismic risk. The timing of this earthquake was absolutely crucial. It occurred late at night in Russia, when many residents were asleep and unaware of the initial shaking. It was afternoon in Hawaii, where the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center was fully staffed and operational. And it was evening on the U.S. West Coast, a time when coastal communities are often active and aware. This time difference gave distant regions precious hours to prepare for a potential tsunami impact. Those hours allowed authorities to assess the threat, activate emergency response plans, and issue timely warnings to vulnerable coastal populations. The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, located in Hawaii, immediately detected the earthquake and initiated a rapid analysis of its magnitude, depth, and potential to generate a tsunami. While the strongest shaking and immediate impact were concentrated in Kamchatka, the energy of the potential tsunami is now radiating outwards, crossing the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. The focus of attention quickly shifted from the immediate effects of the earthquake itself to the looming threat of a widespread tsunami impacting coastlines thousands of miles away. Every Pacific coastline, from Japan to California, Chile to Australia, is now on high alert, watching and waiting for any sign of the approaching waves. The narrative has moved beyond the single point of the earthquake epicenter and expanded to encompass a global stage, where the potential impact of this event could be felt across the entire Pacific Rim. As soon as the quake hit, the intricate network designed to detect and warn of tsunamis sprang to life. Seismic sensors, strategically placed around the globe, registered the event, feeding data into tsunami warning centers. Tsunami alerts rippled across the Pacific, a digital wave mirroring the potential ocean surge. The warnings extended across vast distances, highlighting the interconnectedness of the Pacific Rim. Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula and Kuril Islands, located closest to the epicenter, received immediate warnings, triggering emergency protocols and readiness for potential evacuations. Japan, with its history of tsunamis and advanced warning infrastructure, issued alerts for Hokkaido and northern coasts, activating its sophisticated coastal defense systems and preparing for possible inundation. Hawaii and Alaska's Aleutian Islands, vulnerable to Pacific-wide events, were placed under full tsunami warnings, initiating public awareness campaigns and readiness measures. The U.S. West Coast, from Washington to California, braced for potential impact, and Canada's West Coast were put on watch, closely monitoring the developing situation and preparing for possible evacuations. Even Taiwan and the Philippines, further from the epicenter, received advisories for strong currents and potential coastal hazards, urging caution and vigilance. The Pacific Tsunami Warning System, a network of sensors and buoys strategically positioned throughout the ocean, sprang into action, verifying the earthquake's potential to generate a tsunami. It began sharing crucial data and refined predictions with governments and emergency response agencies across the Pacific Rim. This rapid, coordinated response is the result of hard lessons learned from past devastating disasters, highlighting the importance of preparedness. Scientists worked tirelessly around the clock, analyzing complex data to predict wave heights, arrival times, and potential inundation zones with increasing accuracy. The ultimate goal to save lives by giving people enough time to evacuate to higher ground, away from the approaching danger. International cooperation is absolutely key in facing a threat that knows no borders, requiring a unified and collaborative approach. The entire Pacific Basin stands united in vigilance, demonstrating a shared commitment to safety and resilience in the face of natural disasters. This earthquake echoes the catastrophic 1952 Kamchatka event. That quake, a magnitude 9.0, unleashed a devastating tsunami that destroyed Kurilsk and reached Hawaii. Today's event is the strongest since then, but early reports suggest less severe shaking on land. Scientists use historical data from 1952 to model today's tsunami and guide evacuations. Unlike 1952, we now have a Pacific-wide warning system, giving people precious time to act. Aftershocks are expected, but experts don't anticipate a stronger quake soon. The memory of 1952 underscores the importance of preparedness and technology. We can't stop earthquakes, but we can save lives with rapid alerts and coordinated response. Our ability to prepare has grown immensely since that devastating day. With warnings issued, action was swift. In Hawaii, sirens blared and mandatory evacuations began for all tsunami zones. Residents were told to move to higher ground or upper floors immediately. In Japan, the government warned northern coasts of waves up to 3 meters and urged rapid evacuation. Public broadcasters relayed maps and urgent instructions. The advice everywhere: don't wait, evacuate if you're in a danger zone. Tsunamis are a series of waves. The first may not be the largest. Modern communication from sirens to social media played a vital role. US President Donald Trump used social media to amplify warnings and direct people to official updates. Leaders are using every tool to get life-saving information out fast. The focus, clear, immediate action to protect lives. As the first tsunami waves hit, Russia's Kurilsk reported flooding, but timely evacuations prevented catastrophe. In Japan, Hokkaido saw waves of 30–40 centimeters, smaller than feared but still dangerous. Even modest tsunami waves can create deadly currents and damage. Officials urged people to stay away from the coast, as later waves can be larger. The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center forecasts smaller waves for distant shores: Taiwan, New Zealand, Mexico, Peru. For these areas, the main threat is to boats and harbors, not widespread flooding. The danger isn't over until the official all clear is given. Tsunamis are unpredictable. Caution remains essential. The world is watching as the waves travel across the Pacific. On Kamchatka, the quake's shaking caused damage in Petropavlovsk, Kamchatsky. Buildings, including a kindergarten and the airport terminal, suffered cracks and minor injuries were reported. Most injuries were minor, often from panic during the quake. Russia's strict building codes and the quake's offshore epicenter helped limit damage. Emergency services are inspecting infrastructure and helping residents recover. The community is shaken but resilient, bracing for aftershocks. The event is a stark reminder of the region's seismic risks. Recovery and vigilance are now the focus. Leaders across the Pacific urged calm and vigilance. Kamchatka's governor reassured residents, explaining the quake's impact and ongoing response. He emphasized science-based updates and the importance of following official instructions. President Trump echoed these messages, sharing warnings and directing people to trusted sources. Clear, authoritative communication helps combat panic and misinformation. In a crisis spanning continents, leadership and accurate information are vital. Staying calm and informed is everyone's responsibility. Authorities stress continued vigilance. Tsunami. Danger can last for hours. Don't return to coastal areas until officials declare it safe. Stay tuned to trusted news and official channels for updates. The Ring of Fire's power is a reminder to always be prepared. Emergency kits, evacuation plans, and awareness save lives. Today's response shows the value of science, technology, and cooperation. The story of the 2025 Kamchatka earthquake is still unfolding. Stay safe, stay informed, and we'll bring you the latest as it happens.